Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtianygo here, and today, guys, we are going to be going over some of the best tech cards in current Yu-Gi-Oh! To destroy your opponents post Infinite Forbidden and post North American NAWCQ qualifier, guys. Yes, we are finally back in Houston, which you guys have not seen the vlog I posted yesterday. Make sure you guys do that real quick so you guys can catch up, get caught up on all the fun stuff that we ended up doing over this past weekend. I met a lot of cool people. I got a signed Exodia head from Jeff Lender himself, the Exodia King, Yugi's grandpa, guys. So cool being able to go ahead and track with him and a few other Yugi tubers at this event. But more importantly, guys, we are here today because I definitely got the goo from this most recent event, guys. These are gonna be the cards that are absolutely mandatory for you guys to go ahead and at least look into if you guys are looking to be playing competitively here in this upcoming format. Now, this format is going to be the exact same until about late August, which is when Konami said they're going to be releasing the next Forbidden and Limited list. So we need to stay prepared. Now, before we get into it, guys, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe down below if you guys do enjoy these types of videos, and let's get right on into it. Starting off with tech number one is going to be Molchomi Perulia along with Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, guys. Yes, these two are making a phenomenal combo in a hand trap based format where realistically whoever draws the most amount of hand traps wins. If you know you're going second, with which Aditya did exactly just that, which, if you guys do not know, #1 winner of NAWCQ 2024. He's cited in 3 Molchomi Perulia and 2 Phantasme, which, if you guys have not seen our Tenpai Dragon deck profile, we main deck that because we know we're going second majority of the time. Unless you face the mirror 4 times in a row like I did, in which case it is what it is. But this is a phenomenal way for you to maximize your draws, guys, and these are cards that can be activated back to back as well. You can activate up to 2 Perulia and the Phantasme, giving you an insane amount of draws each and every single time you're able to go ahead and open up with these. This is a phenomenal combo because with Perulia, you're guaranteed against every deck to get at least 1 to 2 draws. If you activate 2 Perulias, that's 2 to potentially 4 draws because you're getting 2 per, which is ridiculous. And then with Phantasme, guys, you're getting at least a minimum of 2 draws plus 1 shuffle back. Phantasme is phenomenal, specifically in Tenpai Dragon as well. Being a level 7 and being a dragon makes a huge difference in being viable for that one specific strategy. Also, Cashier, of course, can go ahead and take advantage of that double benefit of it, but any deck can play this, as we saw with Snake Eye side decking this in order to make sure they were able to seal their victory. Another tech that a lot of people were looking into, but it wasn't really solidified yet, guys, was the Silhouette Rabbits top hat hair silhouette magician, to be exact. Okay, so this card is really cool. Basically, it's the new Anaconda, Verte Anaconda, right? Part of Plant Verte Anaconda, because it is extremely generic. It can take any 2 effect monster you have on your field, slap them together, get this guy out, and it gets you an amazing interruption. Now, normally you would want to pair this with something like Silhouette Trick, which is the new trap card that came out with this. But more importantly, guys, or even better, you can go ahead and play this card right here, which is, of course, the Angel Statue as a rune, which is basically a summon negator on the board, while also getting the additional effect of the Silhouette Magician Rabbit, which lets you pop a spell trap your opponent controls. So you're getting a pop on a spell trap, which can be the Divine Temple spell, it can be a Voiceless Voice face up spell or trap, it can be a Tenpai Dragon saying and summoning, it can be so many things, guys. With so many, specifically now that we are in a format where monsters live in the spell and trap card zone as well and not being pendulums. I'm looking at you, Exodia, don't think I forgot about you. That is absolutely phenomenal to go ahead and have that additional pop with that, and as your statue being able to have that additional form of interruption negating a special summon is ideal. A fun one that is only viable because of the new Fiendsmith card that just recently came out, guys. Fiendsmith, Engraver, the Fiendsmith, Requiem, and the Lacrimosa, and the Link 2 and all that kind of stuff. It lets you access rank 6s like there's no room. Every single deck that plays has access to it. Free Appaloosa, free rank 6, and whatever else you want to extend into. But more importantly, guys, I want to go ahead and shout out quick. Trick Stars are finally back into the meta, baby. Let's go. Angel of Blue Tears is the next best tech card to go ahead and use. Now this is nothing new of course with this card, but what you are able to set with this card has been solidified in the next following 4 cards. Now Angel of Blue Tears, you're going to go ahead and send this off of Beatrice during your turn, by Beatrice effect again during your opponent's turn because it is a quick effect, to then detach the Lacrimosa, which is going to be able to activate the effect to burn. Now when you deal effect damage when Angel of Blue Tears is in the graveyard, you get to set any normal trap you want from your deck to your side of the field, which is ridiculous, and it can be activated that turn, which is even more ridiculous. So top choices to go ahead and set off this are Dimensional Barrier. Get out of here, Tenpai. Dimensional Barrier is a ridiculously good card to go ahead and set off this. So you can send this, you can go ahead and set different dimension grounds, you can set Magic Deflector, you can set another really phenomenal card, which is the Black Goat Labs, which actually saw a lot of play this specific weekend. It was rampant all over. Every single deck that could play it at 1 or multiple, primarily more at 1 because you have access to it with the Fiendsmith stuff, is really good. Even having this graveyard effect, I would argue, is better than the on-field effect. So basically, if you guys don't know, Black Goat Labs says declare 1 monster card name. This is the on-field effect. Cost, you declare the monster card name. This turn, neither player can special summon monsters with that original name. So for example, if your opponent goes wanted search Diabellstar Black Witch, you call Diabellstar Black Witch, and now your opponent can't summon that Diabellstar Black Witch, which shuts off that part of the engine, which is phenomenal. So you have that to look forward to. You can also go ahead and activate the graveyard effect, where you banish from the graveyard, declare 1 monster card name, and now a player can activate the effects of monsters on the field with that original name, which means you're not activating Chandra's effect, you're not going to be able to activate Snake Eye Ash's on-field effect. Is absolutely bananas what this 1 card does, as well as far as interruption. All these are phenomenal to go ahead and send. The first 3 are phenomenal to go ahead and send off of Angel with Blue Tears, but Black Goat Labs of course works extremely well in that additional realm of cards that you may want to go ahead and consider, in addition to also Rise to Full Height, which is another Tenpai disruptor, if you will, because this card specifically says monsters, you can banish a card from your graveyard, then target 1 monster you control. Your opponent's monsters cannot attack for the rest of the turn except attack to that monster, which is really inconvenient because if you link off that monster during your opponent's turn that they're supposed to attack into, that is still the attack target, so you can't do anything about it, which is again really inconvenient. But I think it's a great tech to go ahead and play, guys. Definitely something you guys definitely need to look into. Another card, or cards, that I would say are absolutely broken this format, because we have been talking about a lot of graveyard reliant strategies and tech, specifically with Angel Blue Tears, the cards you can set and all that kind of stuff. You can go ahead and activate in the graveyard. Bestials and DD Crow are absolutely chef's kiss this format, guys. Phenomenal this format, especially Bestials in the main deck as well, because of the Fiendsmith strategy being so overly popular, guys. You go ahead and hit the Fable Lurie, and that pretty much shuts off that part of it. Or when they go in graveyard or special summon, you Bestial it and you're good to go. Also, DD Crow, on the other hand, as well, has other applications because it can hit all 4 of the previously mentioned cards, which are Black Goat Labs, Magic Deflector, Different Dimension Grounds, D-Bear. It can also, of course, hit the Rise to Full Height. It can, of course, hit the Angel of Blue Tears, so Angel of Blue Tears can't activate to go ahead and set those cards, which is obviously really good as well. So it has so many applications, guys. I think DD Crow is arguably better than Bestials, I would say, in most decks, except for, again, Tenpai, because Tenpai, you can actually use the Magnamut, the Baldrake, or the Druid's Worm, or any other level 6s, I'm pretty sure I missed 1 or 2, that you can actually use those to go into a Synchro 10 with Genroku if you're going to be activating Bestial Magnamut's effect. Search Genroku in the end phase, especially when we're not going to a full Tenpai combo session. I'm just letting you guys know what it's capable of. Another amazing tech, guys, that we need to go ahead and discuss is Power Filter, which I think is a hilarious card that is now like a $10 to $15 common because it only has 2 printings. Konami, what are you doing? Now the player can special summon monsters with 1000 attack or less, which means a lot of decks out there are not going to be able to summon anything, which is great because this absolutely destroys a lot of the meta. It destroys the Genroku summon, it destroys the Yubel deck completely. it destroys a big portion of the Snake Eye deck as well. This has so many amazing applications, but primarily it is going to be a killer for that Yubel deck, which thrives off of 0 attack monsters, which I think is inconvenience hugely for that Yubel strategy, but a phenomenal card to go ahead and use if you guys have not done so already. Now, 2 cards I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on right now is, first of all, is deck lockdown. Okay, with the amount of searching that decks are doing nowadays, it is absolutely crucial if you're able to stop them from doing so, which is why also Droll Lockbird has gone up in viability as well, because if you're able to stop them from adding cards from the deck to the hand, they're not doing that much, especially with the Fiendless strategy now being in the format. If they go Snake Eye Ash first to go ahead and activate that, and then you draw them, they can still do Snake Eyes combos, but they can't benefit off the Fiendsmith stuff, and vice versa. If you go the Fiendsmith route first and then they get Drolled, then they completely stopped as well. So there's so many things to consider, but deck lockdown is something you don't even have to think about it, but it does have that vulnerability of now it is a physical card in the field, and if it gets popped, it doesn't have that effect anymore. So it's definitely something that's at least worth considering. And one more card I do want to go ahead and talk about, guys, so while I have your attention, is Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood, guys. If you guys not see the feature matches for pre-NAWCQ for the World's Points Championship, this card went absolutely bananas. It went crazy because this card is, funny enough, a good way to make your opponent skip their turn. Game 3, you have 15 minutes left. You are going first. You have the advantage. You can combo off as long as you want. You have Lacrimosa, you're playing Snake Eye, Fiendsmith, you are good, right? Your opponent drops the Spooky Dogwood when you go Poplar to special summon. Now you have a decision to make. Do you combo, which your combo will take anywhere from 10 minutes, potentially longer, right? Do you continue to combo and push through all that and hope your opponent passes with enough time left for you to then break through their board and then push for game through all the life points they gained? Or do you then pass immediately and let your opponent combo, because you know if you go full combo, that's going to take like 10 minutes, and you give your opponent 5 minutes, which they can legally run out the clock without slow playing. I think is a very, very intense mind game to go ahead and play here in Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. I think this is absolutely nasty to go ahead and do, and it's only possible because the combos now, especially with the Fiendsmith stuff, are so overly extended and take so long to develop, and now you actually run the risk of losing the game because you're trying to set up such a strong board, which I think is the big reason why Spooky Dogwood now is an extremely viable card. But that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is there a card that I missed? Is there a spicy meatball tech that your boy missed? Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Without further ado, hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see y'all in the next one.